So would you say the work changed the business model of the museum, how you create, deliver, or capture value?
Again, this sort of like it was like planting this seed, and then like the dandelion seeds just kind of went over, and you don't know which ones are gonna, make more dandelions in your neighbor's yard till it's next spring. But um, so again, like this was so transformational that as we started to get new staff in, so after we had finished the community collaboration project, we hired a new vice president of our science division, and very formal scientist, like got her PhD at Harvard, um, had worked for, the government for a long time. Um, and Ian, our sort of like scientific ambassador for appreciative inquiry, kept talking to her about AI. And I'll never forget, because people were throwing everything at her, right? And so she, she's also an incredible and diligent reader. She, read through the AI books that we gave her, and she was like, yes, I think this is how I'm going to create a co-creative culture for my team. And so she really wanted to co-create that. And that was the first time that we did something that was more about our organizational framework. So our not necessarily our external business model, but our internal way of work. And then we had several other divisions use appreciative inquiry in the same way to look at how are we reorganizing our division, how are we merging our division, how are we shifting, programs with stakeholders. We worked with our development department, so they had donors who had been donors for generations, and they were going to change the development model. And so they decided, like, hey, let's do appreciative inquiry and let's co-create what this new sort of organization of this department looks like. We weren't just investing in this for the outcome of what came out of the Community Collaboration Summit. We were investing in this as something that could be a tool utilized and as a paradigm shift for our entire institution.
Right.
And so our purpose was to create this cohort of people that knew and loved appreciative inquiry and then could take that out, which I think is what we ended up seeing happen. I think another sort of on the revenue side of things is another thing that we did with Space Odyssey, which we had never done before, was crowdfunding it. So we have to raise money, and we asked people, we started to ask our community, do you want to be part of bringing this to life? And we were able to crowdfund a significant amount of money to help push us over that final line. And that will also be used in Future First, as we think about, all of the different people that have been part of this, that, have said, I can't wait. Like, will you please just invite me to the opening? And I'm like, we're having a special like day just for you. Don't even think about the opening. Like, you get your own main event. But
Another,
we also want them to feel like they're contributing financially, and not that we're asking, but that people are proud of the work that they did.